Opening our episode with a fucking jump scare. I just dumped my whole bowl of Doritos on the floor. Do you have any idea how much Doritos are now? It's like $7 for a bag that's 43% air. 3 sins for ruining sin snacks.
911, what's your emergency?
Oh, yeah, well, I was just in a tentacle hentai and it was not consensual. Also, why are you getting out of the car? You could just drive to the hospital or the police. Why stop on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere?
Hey, I said, what do you want?
Advancing toward the creepy group of shadowy figures instead of running the f*** away. How do you think Will survived so long in the first season? He ran. Wait, is that a clone of Billy? Am I still watching Stranger Things? Or did I accidentally start that weird Paul Rudd clone series? Damn it, where's the remote?
It's my Nana. She's very sick.
Rookie move, Mike. Dying grandparents are for work. You can't use that for your girlfriend. For them, just tell them you're getting your hair done or that your trunk is leaking. That always works for me. On me.
What, Mom?
He's covering the receiver of the phone even though he wants Eleven to hear him fake call his mom. Adoptive daughter who I made great pains to bond with through our shared trauma is having an awful day. Things are looking up for me.
It's not a date.
Wait, a date? We never said anything about a date.
I know. I didn't say anything about a date.
This joke was funnier when the Mets were scouting George. No, you know what that means. D-Magneto, the master of demagnetism, was here.
And then we never have to work at the hole again.
Maybe Jonathan likes working there and you shouldn't risk his job over your long shot story. These two are such a joy together that I almost removed a sin. But then Steve took a lightsaber to the stomach and made a bleeding motion. Everyone knows that lightsabers burn so hot that they instantly cauterize every wound. Come on, Steve, you know better than that.
They ditched me yesterday.
They didn't ditch you, asshole. All of your friends hiked with you to the hill. Mike and Elle left early, sure, but Lucas, Will, and Max all stayed with you until it was dark. That is the opposite of ditching.
Just speak louder.
I intercepted a secret Russian communication.
Watching this scene with subtitles on totally ruins it. They should make the subtitles really teeny tiny at first and then progressively larger. And yes, we did the same thing, but they started it.
Translation.
He's going to Steve for help with Russian translation? I wouldn't go to Steve for anything besides hair advice or maybe babysitting.
But friends don't lie.
Sure they don't, and I don't skip the boring syrupy touchy-feely scenes.
You're gonna treat him like garbage. Give him a taste of his own medicine.
This is horrible advice, but I'll be damned if it isn't the prevailing wisdom of the day. Aw, look at me, getting all wistful.
Max has dumped me 5 times.
Getting back together with Lucas 5 times.
Hey, guys, I'm still here.
You know, outside of horrifying and life-threatening situation, the guys here are kind of jerks, huh? Why did he go to work like this? If I was face-hugged by a demonic entity, I'd have taken at least a 3-day weekend.
Why are you listening to the music, Steve?
Why are you ignoring important clues, Dustin?
And how do you know these Russians are up to no good anyways?
It's the 80s. They're Russians. Them being the bad guys is as American as f***ing an apple pie. Here we have Steve holding a banana, even though he just dropped it.
This way.
Following a strange old woman into a dark and creepy basement. I can think of at least 4 horror films that warn against this.
Why would rats want to eat a poor old woman's fertilizer?
Asking a high school student this question instead of an exterminator.
Oh, yes, I forgot to mention. I caught one of the little bastards.
I can see forgetting to take your morning pills or forgetting your glasses are on top of your head, but I don't see forgetting about the demonic rabid rat you caught. Leading with a parade prep story instead of the new fireworks viewing locations. No reader cares about what happens to get the parade ready. They just want to stand on the street like idiots and gawk at slow-moving vehicles. But you know what readers will care about? If you're moving the location of their annual community fireworks show. That should be the top story with art. Also, why is a wire feed story on the front page? The Hawkins Post didn't have enough content to keep their whole front page local? I saw almost a dozen reporters in the news meeting earlier.
That's just good old-fashioned American capitalism.
Damn, Bill was right. Jonas really did go out and get himself some corporate sponsors.
You have superpowers. What's the worst that could happen?
A large amount of people finding out she has superpowers and then the government taking her away to turn her into an assassin. Oh, you said worst that could happen. Yeah, probably death by piranhas.
You've never been shopping before, have you?
What gave it away? Her look of wonderment at the crowded petri dish that is a mall during daylight hours, or the fact that she's wearing a shirt from Hand-Me-Down Hopper's boutique? Reading.
Hello?
When you're trying to learn something new, you don't need to take out every book on that subject. That'll get you on some kind of list. And a future full of back pain. Answering the garage door while wearing your headband magnifier headset. And then another sin for it having such a boring name. Work with me here, nerds. Name your stuff something cool like Magna Eyes. Yeah, I like that. Magna Eyes. Yeah, that's good.
You guys keep doing this until you stop moving, you little shit.
Have you tried a faster shutter speed? How do you think sports photographers do their job? They don't ask the players to stand still. If you can't grab action shots, you need a new career.
A regular little detective, aren't you?
She is not. The writers just realized she needed a new character direction when she stopped being Steve's girlfriend and went with reporter for some reason.
I just think there's something really wrong with this rap.
Yeah, no
Blowing off the star of your story. Waiting until everyone leaves before exploding into gelatin. Also, it still has its tail. Nope. That's in. I understand Will's response, but why are Lucas and Mike shying away? Is it the mannequins? Yeah, I guess they make it kind of weird, but some people like that. Ha ha ha, yeah, those girls looked at us funny because we were being obnoxious and loud. Let's punish them and ruin their whole day. Ha ha ha, yeah, good clean fun. You know, outside of horrifying and life-threatening situations, the gals are kind of jerks, huh?
Can we please play D&D now?
I'm sure you can play D&D with 3 people, but is it even fun? Shorting Eleven's ice cream cone like she couldn't crush your skull with her thoughts in retaliation. Also, why didn't you tell Dustin she was there? They're like friends.
Why do you lie?
I assume for the same reason I do, to avoid long conversations and to get out of trouble for a little while until I can no longer remember the lie and my troubles double. It's a fun cycle.
Yeah.
You know, outside of horrifying and life-threatening situations, Hopper is kind of a jerk, huh?
How's your Chianti?
Our Chianti is quite good.
Being snooty about your alcohol pronunciations when you work at a restaurant in rural Indiana. Also not recommending that Hopper pair that Chianti with some fava beans and liver.
We cured polio in '53.
Nope, the first polio vaccine didn't arrive until a couple years later, and it's not actually really cured. Aren't you a science teacher?
Maybe they have horses like this in Russia.
Nah, in Soviet Russia, horses like this have you. That one goes out to our 2 Yakov fans in Branson. Hope you enjoyed it.
This code, it didn't come from Russia. It came from here.
Thrilling, great cliffhanger, but more importantly, are they allowed to still be at the mall? Like, are they responsible for locking it up? Because that would make me nervous. I would not trust them to do that. How does Billy manage to kidnap her and get her to his car in the middle of a crowded public pool? What, was he possessed by Houdini?
It'll be over soon. Just stay very still.
It's strange that this is the exact same advice I receive every time I meet a new Chihuahua.
That's disgusting. No, I can't even look.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
So you're talking...
No. We're not talking. We're just talking.
It is inevitable. I want you to build. If you build, you will come.
I'm stressed. I'm having a hallucination caused by stress.